Welcome to the Business Behind the Scene podcast with Francesca Moi, where we talk all about real business problems, real solutions, and getting actual results in business. Hello and welcome to episode 23 of this podcast. I am really excited to be here today. Today's public holiday here in Australia, and I decided to still come to work and to still record my podcast and do my webinars and do everything that I always do on a Monday, because Monday is part of my routine, right? If I break that pattern, then I've got all these things that I don't know where to fit in the week. So especially this week, we are prepping for a 3-day workshop that it's happening. We have to do it online and everything is really exciting. We sent packages and boxes to our clients with all the goodies that they will get if they would come live. And they're all excited. They're all loving and receiving something in the mail. So that's a good thing. And I am super busy this week, so I was like, I need to come to work and just record this beautiful podcast for you guys. We have 1,000 followers and 1,000 people downloading the podcast, which is super exciting. So thank you so much for all my listeners. And today I specifically want to talk about my funnel. Why have I got the funnel this way? How the funnel has evolved from the beginning of my business until now. Lots of people ask me, why do you have it set it up this way? Why I can't do it another way? And there's no right or wrong. Well, there is a little bit of wrong sometimes, but I found the way that the funnel works the best. And so I'm going to share with you what happens from the beginning of my business, how my funnel has evolved, why, and how you can make this happen as well. So first of all, 6 years ago, in 2015, nearly 6 years, so probably 5.5 years ago, I started this life coaching business, and I was trying to get clients, and I was really struggling to get clients until I realized that I wasn't putting myself out there enough. So, if you draw in a piece of paper with me while you're listening to this, it will make more sense if you are visual like me. So as I'm talking, I'm actually drawing. So one of the things that I realized when I first started the business, when people talk about funnels, I thought it was something complicated. I thought it was something like people push through people through a funnel. That's horrible, right? They're forcing people to do something. Like, I didn't really like the way, the way the funnel was explained. And I really didn't understand it. That's what the point was. So I finally understood what the funnel is. And for me, the funnel is a simple way to understand visually how is your business and how and what's your intention and how you want to help people through your funnel. And so I started the business, as I said, 5.5 years ago with, amazingly, with Flintstone style. What I mean by that, the Flintstones? So I did literally things Flintstone style. So I didn't have time or money to create these fancy webinars or these fancy websites or landing pages or anything of the sort. I didn't understand it. I didn't have the time or the money to do it. So for me, it was simply as an event on Facebook, an event on Eventbrite, an event on Meetup, and boom, off I go. So I didn't have any way fancy to do this. And I find a lot of people, what's stopping them from actually getting the business from $0 to $5,000 is their perfectionist mind. And so if you listen to this and listen to my type of funnel that I'm showing you here, you're like, stop it. Is that it? Yes, that's exactly it. The simpler it is, the better, the easiest it is for people to understand what you do and how to go through it. So I started from a 101 type of funnel. So the top of the funnel, I had my usual social medias, my usual networking events. I was running my own networking events as well. And all of that would bring people into the middle of the funnel, which is the 101 consultation, discovery call, whatever you want to call it, which is for free. And then from there, I will send people into packages to work with them for 5 weeks, 6 weeks, 10 weeks, whatever it was. And that funnel grew to nearly $10,000 months. And I was like, right, I'm fully booked. I can't fit any more people in. Let's go. What do I need to do next? That's when this second funnel started. So that's when I discovered that people were running a half-day workshop to convert people into a 2-day workshop. So that's how our business started in 2015. So that's why I said 6 years. It was 6 years. 2014, I did the one-on-one business for nearly 6 months, because then I was like, this is too much. And then in 2015, I moved one too many. That's why I had that number stick in my brain. So I started the second funnel, one to many, on running half-day workshops for people, teaching people how I got fully booked with my one-on-one clients, right? So I had the experience, I've done it for myself, and I could easily teach people how to do it themselves. So when I did that, it was so good, because then I started to realize that, right, at the top of the funnel, I had all my different Facebook groups, right? I had my personal profile on Facebook. I had webinars that I was running. I had meetups that I was doing literally every 10 days. I had, what else did I have? Speaking gigs. People started to invite me to speak at the events. So I started to do multiple things at the top of the funnel, and obviously networking, right? All the things that I would do at the top of the funnel, I would send people to a half-day workshop. I would keep it nice and simple. I didn't have 1,000,005 different products or programs or anything like that. It was simple. And that's what a lot of people make mistakes in business, is they make the funnel way too complicated to even explain it to me, right? If you take a piece of paper and you follow this, you should be able to really do it as I'm talking to you, right? So everything I mentioned until now is top of the funnel, and then we go towards the middle of the funnel, which is the half-day workshop. I started my first half-day workshop at $97, and then I went down to $49. And the reason why I went down is because I realized that it wasn't about making money at the workshop, but it was more an investment to get people in. So the cheaper that half middle of the funnel is, the more chances you have to get people. So it's $49 now, and then we have an upgrade for people if they want to buy extra books or anything like that are got on the top, and that becomes $97 anyway. And a lot of people do that. A lot of people like to upgrade to the gold access. They enjoy that. At the half-day workshop, I keep it super simple. So at the beginning, 5 years ago, all I did is selling people into a 2-day workshop. That was it. And the price at the time was also very simple and very small. It was about $990, something like that. And I cried for the first person that joined my first 2-day workshop, and I called it the Mafia Academy, right? I really liked to keep it in Italian style, and that's how the Mafia started. Now, as I did the 2-day workshop over and over and over again, as I started to build the momentum in that, I started to obviously get results for clients. So the price started to go up into my 2-day workshop until I think it was about $3,000, when I realized, wait a minute, these people needs more. And that's when I created I started to split my call to action into 2 levels. There will be a gold level and there will be a VIP level. The gold level was still a 2-day workshop, and the VIP level was a 2-day workshop and then a monthly workshop with me live. Now that worked really well at the beginning, but then I started to get people from all over Australia. So people were like, I can't make it to Brisbane every single month. So I was like, right, well, let's live stream it. And so I was doing live streaming and in the room as well, 1-day workshop, and it was way too much. It was too much. It was too complicated. People were not getting value from other cities. So I had to pivot. I have to change it. I have to go into something else. So now the 2 offers, where one was about $3,000 and the VIP was about, at the time, was about $8,000. And so now we're going to change it. We're going to still say the VIP was a 12-month program, but then I started to run, instead of every month an event, I started to add every month webinars, every month Q&A. Every week I will show up for a Q&A, but then live online. But then I will add twice a year action days 2-day workshop, and then twice a year a bootcamp 2-day workshop. So I started to split the content in 2 different topics and get people to fly for those. So now all of a sudden, people that will be part of the VIP will be able to come to any of my workshop included in the price. So then at $8,000 was able to grow. The more value we added to that program, the more money we could charge for it, and the better results people will get, right? So that's how the VIP program, then we started to keep adding. So from Q&As were not working as well, so I started to divide content every single week from invisible to invincible. So the first Monday of the month I will meet with invisible people, the second Monday of the month I meet with established people, the third Monday of the month with established senior people, and then the fourth with empowered, and then the fourth with invincible people as well. So now that we have separated away the amount of people that are getting results and they're jumping from invisible to established to empowered, it's incredible, like crazy good. And so that's how we were like, all right, well, to be able to maintain this type of level of engagement and this type of level of value, we have to put the price up. And so the prices throughout the year, once a year, I usually put my prices up in July, and I add more value. So it's not just like going, oh, I'm just going to put the price up. You always put the price up together with the value that you're adding. So in the VIP, now there is a $16,000 program for 12 months is because people, first of all, get the money back in the next few months, and it's a no-brainer, right? There is businesses out there that are charging $30,000 for less than what I'm giving, and the reason why I keep these prices because I want people to make it like a no-brainer. It's like, of course I'm joining this. And so then part of the VIP is that we started to add, I was teaching people how to get a virtual assistant, and people were struggling to find a good one. So I was like, why? It's so easy for me. So then I started to choose to go and find and train virtual assistants for my clients, and that is included in the VIP program. So as part of the VIP for the 12 months, you get a virtual assistant that she's with you forever. We don't keep on charging you. You get it part of the business, and then it's your employee forever. And that is because, again, we always wanted to over deliver and under promise, right? So people in the mafia, most often they say, wow, this is crazy, the amount of value that we get. Now, the second year of the mafia, we decided to charge $1,000 a month, $1,000 in total for the whole 12 months, which is crazy, right? But people can come back to every single workshop. People can come back to everything we do. And the reason we keep it only $1,000 because it's a win-win for everybody, right? From there, people can get to know each other, can collaborate, can bring more awareness into the business. Having people keep coming back helps me also to show people that I've got a strong community, that everybody wants to stay, and that is priceless. That is something that you can't put a price on it. And literally the other day, we asked the Mafians what's the best thing about the Mafia. A lot of people are saying the like-minded group of people supporting one another. They're saying the content, they're saying the virtual assistant, they're saying the fact that we can come back every year for only $1,000, right? So there's so much extra value that I add on top of it. So there is a new thing every year. I go, what else can we do? What else can we do? How else can we help? And so this year we added more support calls. So every week on a Wednesday, on a Friday, there is 2 extra hours of content delivered and help and Q&A and anything they need on a Wednesday on technology, and on a Friday on support. Or any like business chats or sales conversation or marketing. So anything that they need to grow their business. And it's priceless. People are loving jumping on these calls, and they get coached, they get the question answered. And that is the point of when you are creating your own funnel. You need to start simple. There's people that look at what I do and they go, right, let's do all that like Francesca does. And it's like, you crazy. Start from one thing. Implement that one thing. Nail it. Get results. And then you keep adding. So then the next thing that we've done in the Mafia is that we created an abundance circle. Because people were in the Mafia, they will get until a certain point, they will get about $100,000, $200,000 in the business, and then they will hit a plateau. Then they couldn't be able to scale it to the next level. And the reason being, it's only one thing: mindset. At that point, people are terrified of letting go, terrified of going to the next level, and that's when they need mindset coaching. So the abundance circle, that's what it is. And the abundance circle people are the only people that get one-on-one sessions with me. Nobody gets one-on-one session with me unless they're in an abundance circle, and that is a $30,000 for 6 months. And the reason being is because they get so much value. They get a 2-day workshop, 2-day abundance workshop with it. They get the peer group, they get the support, they get the homework, they get the consistency, the accountability from me personally. And that is what abundance is, right? So it's about really over delivering what we do. And most of people that are in abundance are actually mindset coaches themselves. And a lot of time we take for granted how much we need help from the outside instead of thinking that we have it all together all the time. Now, from there, then people from the mafia can also come to business spiritual retreats that are run in Bali and in Italy. Unfortunately, this year we couldn't get to Italy, but we're going to start again next year. We had it fully booked. It was amazing. An awesome villa. Everything was ready. I was so excited. 8 people maximum, and it was packed. Everybody booked in within the first 3 weeks. And now we are all going to Bali if the universe allows us in November, which is super exciting, and it's going to be so good to be able to travel again. And that's the thing about, a lot of people create products and then they start a new funnel, and it's too much work. We keep everything at the bottom of the funnel so we get people through it, so they're educated, they trust, they understand what we do, they have experienced it before, the objections are not there. When people have worked with you and they've seen results, they know that they're gonna keep getting results, right? So part of what we do at the bottom of the funnel, then we have our extra things, which is obviously people that want to renew, right? There's people that want to purchase another sort of a virtual assistant training, so we can train the virtual assistant to the next level. So they already get trained in the basics, but some people want to get trained them in ClickFunnels, in Ontraport, in Active Campaign, in email marketing, in content writing, right? So there's in social media posting. So there is so much more that we can offer, and then also people are then ready for a second VA. So that's another product that we have. And all these products we don't have to market on the outside. We just market them to the Mafians, to the people that already have been through the funnel. Now, when I was like, okay, I'm gonna share this, I was sort of going, who's gonna be interested in listening to what I do in my business, right? People are gonna think I'm selling. And until I've heard one of my mentors doing that, and I was like, wow, this is so valuable. Like, I want to know everything, like how to do everything, how to do all the steps, and that really helps me so that I can do my business, right? So I really wanted to open up to you guys and let you know that this is how it looks like. Now, because a lot of people couldn't come along into the Mafia being, $6,000 for the gold membership and $16,000 for the VIP membership, some people are not ready to invest. They're not ready mindset-wise. They're not ready financially. They're not ready, probably most likely is mindset-wise. And so some people are now, we've created a mastermind for people to still work with me on a $97 a month. Now, these people get a lot of value for what they get. They get literally every single week with me. It's priceless, the amount of value that we're giving there. And in the goal in the future would be to eliminate the gold membership of the Mafia and make the mastermind the first level, right? So people will pay eventually $297 a month into the mastermind, and from there they can upgrade to VIP later on. And that is going to be something in 2021 that we're looking into implement. But the thing is, this mastermind that we have right now, it's growing fast. We got over 70 people now in it, and every person is really enjoying it. They're really getting the most out of it. We do have some people that pull out at times, but the chances are that most people will stay into a mastermind at that level, especially people that have attended my workshop and they want to work with me. They're just not ready to invest to the next level. So that is a great place for me to keep adding value, keep building trust, keep showing them that I've got really good IP that can help them to get the business to the next level. So that is how my funnel works. But again, the mastermind, I didn't create it until I had a solid funnel that was bringing over 1.5 million, and now we're going, right, how can we scale it, how can we take it to the next level? And that's what the mastermind is bringing, about 100k a year right now. And so then we're just gonna keep adding up to the mastermind, right? So, and that is to the funnel, but we keep adding, this podcast is now at the top of the funnel that I didn't have at the beginning. And then we have other webinars, other speaking engagement. I've got my 3 books, right? everything that I do now is adding up to what I have already done. Don't get yourself overwhelmed from listening to these and go, right, where can I start? And remember where I started. Simple. 2-day workshop, nothing more. Simple, easy. Get people there. Make $100,000 from that first level and then add on to it. Add on to it in the same funnel. And that is something that a lot of people can't do. They are too impatient to start the next thing and the next thing and the next thing, but the business won't be able to scale if you burn out too easily. So I hope you guys found today valuable. And remember, if you want, you can join the mastermind at $97 by listening to this podcast. Also, I would really appreciate if you guys leave a review for this podcast. My goal is to get to 10,000 listeners by the end of the year. So I will appreciate if you can leave a review so that you can help me achieve my goal. Remember, in business, also what I wanted to tell you about this funnel is always have goals, or always have targets that you want to follow, you want to achieve, so that you don't just do things without having a number in mind. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you next week. If you enjoyed listening to this podcast, then you have to come check out the Entrepreneur's Abundance Mindset Mastermind. It's my monthly mastermind where you get to spend time with me, where we take all this material, we apply it, we study it, and so we can take your business to a whole new level. So just go to the Francesca Moi, the Meetup Queen Facebook business page, and then just send me a message and you'll be able to choose the option EAM Mastermind. I would love to have you join me there, and I'll see you next week.